Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. It's Swib. We are here for the 1 year anniversary of this channel. Yeah, already been a year doing this hobby of mine, YouTube. Yeah, honestly didn't think I would go this far in 1 year, but hey, as I said all this time, I'm doing this just for hobby. I'm not doing this for number, for view or whatever. This is like a social experiment for me. I'm just trying out stuff on YouTube. And yeah, I'm somewhat having fun with it, and I'll keep on going. So I guess this video is mostly to present myself for those, because a lot of you just joined lately. I guess we can talk about that also. Like, yeah, thank you to all the persons that just joined recently, especially since April of this year. So like in the last 2 months, pretty much I've almost doubled my amount of subscribers, which is very nice. I mean, my channel is kind of being stalling for a while, but I guess somehow a few videos was enough to bring it back to a good number. We're almost at the 50 when I'm doing this. Yeah, never expected to go so far. Hopefully it will continue. But yeah. So for those who don't know me, hello, it's Wib. You can call me whatever you want, to be honest. I know it's a weird pseudo, nickname, I think, in English people just call it. But yes, so for those who want to know why I'm calling myself Wib, it's just personal stuff. Don't really want to say much, but all I can say is that the H is in my name, so yeah, and then the Wib is from somewhere else. But yes, so you can call me Hugo if you want. Don't mind being called by my real name. But yes, so and also what you can, if maybe for me, I'm not English, obviously. I mean, I do have a pretty strong accent. I'm French, even though maybe my accent isn't that French sounding, because I'm not pure French. If you like, I have a bit of Belgium and stuff like that in me. So yeah, that makes kind of a weird voice like that. Even in French, like a lot of people tell me I do have a weird voice, and I do. I mean, I've been living with it for now 22 years almost. So yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean, this doesn't stop me from trying to at least speak English. And yeah, when I was talking about social experiment with YouTube, well, this is also kind of a social experiment, because I could have just made a French speaking channel, but I decided to try in English because why not? Like, yeah, I wanted to learn a bit more, I guess we could say, and this is a good opportunity to also learn and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much all about me. If you guys want to question me more about me, why not? I can answer as long as it's not too personal stuff. All I can say more like that when thinking about it is just that I do work outside of YouTube, so I don't have full-time on YouTube, obviously. I mean, why would I full-time YouTube? There is no reason to it. It doesn't even bring money. And it won't ever, I think. That's not really a problem. I do have a work on a very good life right now. But yeah, so if you have any question about me in general, you can ask me. But yeah, so I guess this channel is more about YouTube, about gaming, I mean. So I guess now let's talk about the game in the channel, because, well, for a lot of people here that are new, especially, they might think that it's just Epic 7, but it's mostly Epic 7, okay, like 90% of the video at least are Epic 7, or even more. But sometimes I like to do other stuff. I think the best example of that is Hard Nights. I do play Hard Nights, I do really love the game, I even like it more than Epic 7, it's just that I don't have really original content on it. So the only time I really do Hard Night content is when there is a banner that I summon on. Which, speaking of this, I think there is one coming right now, so expect an Art Night video soon about polling. Yeah, like, I'm trying to think maybe of a way, but it's not like I'm especially good at Art Night. I just really like the game because of the lore and stuff like that. And yeah, and then there is other games that I sometimes play year on year. I think last year we played a bit of Phasmophobia and stuff like that for Halloween. So yeah, I mean, and I'm not against trying anything new. But do note that I have obviously a limited amount of money I can put out in video games. Like, it's not like I can just pour out 1,000 every month or so into video games. Like, I barely don't ever look well into gacha games, and it's one of the reasons for that is because I'd rather just buy a game with my money than paying into a game I already have. just to for some progression. But yeah, like I'm not against maybe trying out a new game. I mean, maybe we'll have to see because I do also want to save a bit of money lately because my PC is kind of getting too old for the time. Like most of the new games nowadays can't really run well on my PC because it's very much too old. Like this PC I have currently on and I'm playing on is like at least 7 years old. Like yes, that's kind of impressive for him to still be able to run somewhat modern game and not have that much frame issue. I mean, I do have frame issue here on some game right now, but yeah, like I'm doing with what I have. I'm saving money for hopefully having a better setup later on. But yeah, so overall, do let me know if you want to see anything in particular or then just content on certain game. Like if you have any idea on Epic 7, like a certain unit or stuff like that. I did mention it before. Not against trying any unit just for a showcase or something. I'm trying my best to make it looks good, even though I'm not especially a great player in Epic 7. That's also why I think it's somewhat interesting, because I'm not like an especially good player. I'm somewhat of a casual. Like I don't really especially try hard. I don't especially have the greatest gear. Mostly due to the game kind of fucking me over in the gear wall. But yeah, like I'm not against trying anything new. So just do let me know. But anyway, what's new for the next year on the channel? Well, honestly, not that much, I would say. Right now, I don't have much idea in mind. I do think I wanna try making more early guide for Epic 7. Like, I had the idea, maybe when I do have the time, to create a new account and to do step by step what a new player should do. Because the game did change quite a lot. I mean, when I started the game, it was literally 2018. Like, I think the game came up in November 2018 in global or something like that. I don't remember exactly the date. So, like, yeah, Epic 7 from that back in the day was very different from it is now. And I don't even know how really early the game looks like if it is very easy or not. So I guess this will be an experience for me and for maybe to help out new player. Why not? And also do wanna make more guide overall, but I'm trying. I'm trying to see how I can work with what I have. On the side of Epic 7, maybe I also wanted to make more Arknights, because I really like the game. I just don't really have the idea for content right now, but maybe I can do some edit meme and stuff like that, but I'm not that good into editing. That's kind of the thing stopping me also from making more edit into my video, which, yeah, we can talk about it. The reason why there isn't much edit in my video is because I don't have like a paid editing software. Like I don't pay anything for it. I'm just using a free one, and I don't have all the options of need because of it. So that's kind of what's slowing me down, but I'm doing with what I have, and honestly I'm kind of happy with my editing so far, even though it's very little. Like most of the time there's not even any editing, it's just me putting music on text on the screen. So yeah, there isn't much right now, but I do want to try out at some point to make more edits, or maybe trying it with Arknight is the solution. So yeah, maybe expect more Arknight in the future as well. Don't expect like one video every week, obviously. Like already one video of Epic 7 every week is gonna be good enough in my opinion with the work I have to do right now. But yeah, that's about it for the editing. I do think I want to try more editing. It's nothing professional, obviously. So I'm never going to be as good like as a professional editor. Like I know most YouTubers do hire editor, but like I'm not doing this as professional. So yeah, just because I wanted to have fun. I'm also trying out editing. Plus, I mean, this is not a bad experience to edit. Like this is a good learning experience, I guess. You can say it that way. And yeah, outside of speaking of editing, I want to also do a quick mention about the music in my video. Most of the time I do use video game music or non-copyright music, but I do have like a limited library of music. And if you guys do have any video game or just NCS means no copyright song, by the way. So like yeah, if you have any of those and you want me like just to get them and maybe use them sometime in video, I would be happy to get some recommendation. And I mean, I don't play all the game all the time, so maybe I'm missing out on some really good music and stuff like that. Obviously, I mean, NCS music is NCS music, so I'm free to use them as long as like the credit the artist most of the time. But if it's video game music, please do give me information if it's non-copyright or not. Like sometimes it's a bit weird. Like I know Nintendo has a bit of weird policy about it, so like I'm not free from one day maybe receiving a strike or something on some of my old video just for having their music of game, but I don't know. But yeah, anyway, if you have any music you want to recommend me, do feel free. And finally, guys, all I wanted to say is that thank you for joining me on. I guess hopefully you guys will stay for the year to come, and hopefully more of you will join. I guess if I had an objective for this year, even though I don't really care about the number, is to have more subscribers. I don't really care about the like and the view. I guess more subscribers mean more people following me. Since we almost reached 50 in 1 year, let's say maybe hopefully we can get to 100 within the next year. So yeah, I guess this is somewhat of a small objective for me, and I guess we'll see if I can reach those objectives by the end of next year, which I guess we'll see closer on the same day in the next year. Goodbye, guys.